All right. All right. Welcome, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for joining in. All right. So, welcome. All right. So the call is being recorded. So today we'll kick off with where we start. We're looking at the we're looking at logical functions. All right. And um, I think the last example I gave was, let me check for, what was the last example? Let me check the report view. Okay, I think that was in our geography table. All right. Okay, so right, so we stopped at the if function, and by now I believe we are very familiar with the if function because of the Excel background we have already. And if you are still finding it challenging, I think this is another point where you can get it as we progress. Right. So the if function returns, it's a condition that it's a function rather that operates on conditions. So it returns a true or false um, value if the condition is met or not. Okay, so I believe that we're familiar with that already. Um, but there are other sides of the if function I would like to show us today. Right, so we'll progress with that. So let me give you another example using the if function. I'll try to be fast today because of the time and see how I can cover a lot. There are a lot of DAX function that we need to get ourselves familiar with. So now the next function, we're still working on the if functions. I want to give another example of the if function. So now, say for example, we want to return, we want to give conditions for our sales. Now, if if the if the date colon, for example, or the weekday is greater than, we'll create an index for our weekday and then pass it through a condition. So this is what I mean. Let me go over to, we'll come to the date, I'm going to work on the date table right now, and I'll click on my new colon. Okay, so this is another use case, real world scenario for using the if function. Okay, so let me try to zoom it in a bit. Before I progress, let's have a look at our date colon. Let's have a look at what we have here already. So this is the date table, okay, the dimension table. And we have date colon, we have the year colon. We also have the quarter, the week number for all the weeks in the year, ranging from the first week to the 52nd week. And then we have the month number. We also have the month itself, and then we have the day of the week. All right. So just the way we have the week number, we want to return a colon, or we want to write an expression that will give us a colon that contains the index of the week number so that we can apply our condition. So this is what I mean. So first of all, I'm going to come over here and create a new colon. All right. Okay, so we call this week number. All right. We already have a week number here. Let's call this week num, and we pass the equality sign. Let me increase the font of this formula bar, the size rather. So we pass the week number, and then the function. This is also under date. This is also under date functions. Okay, the week number. So it's the same thing. Excel and Power BI, they have a very similar function. They have similar functions together. So what you see in Excel, you will likely see in Power BI. So week number, that's the function we want to return. Week number here, we click OK. So it says it returns, the first argument here is the date argument, all right? It returns the week number in the year. So the date, so we will reference this date colon here. All right, so that's where we want to get our week number from, because we already have a date colon there. So we pass in the date colon. So if you look at it, there's the date table here, but then we are referring to this date column under the date table. So we click on this. So you see it has highlighted the date column, and then we click on our number. Okay. So we want the return type. So we click on one and close our parentheses. Click on enter. Oh, sorry, it's returning the same thing. This is not what I wanted. I needed the weekday rather. Okay, the weekday, not the week. So it's okay. This is it. So let me just go over it again so that we get it. It's very important to get the argument and understand the function of that function. Okay, so it returns a number from 1 to 7, identifying the day of the week of a date. All right, so the date will reference date colon under the date table, right? And then date, so insert our comma sign, and then the return type. All right, so remember in our Excel class, we're taught that different countries or different regions or continent, they have their working day, the start of their week differs. All right, so Monday could be the first day of the week for some regions, while Sunday might be the first day of the week for other regions. But we'll make use of two, because one represents Monday here, if we carry out that expression like this. So let's just check it out. We use 2 and return, because I want my weekday to start from Monday, and then my weekend begins on Saturday. So click on enter. It should evaluate right now. All right, beautiful. So if you take a look at it now, what we have here is week number. If you go to this sort and filter pane, you see that the unique week number is ranging from 1 to 7. Okay, and then 7, if you see the first row here, 7 represents Sunday, and 1 Monday. So we've created this. All right, so now let's apply our if function now, because this is where I'm heading to. So we go over to, we're still in the date table, I believe. Yes, we're still in the date table. So we come over here to click a new colon again. Let me check the chat. Okay, so yes, this is a new colon. So the if function we're applying here now, we want to return the week status. All right, if let's see the condition. So we say if the week number is greater than 7 or 5, because if Monday is 1, Tuesday is 2, Wednesday is 3, Thursday is 4, and then Friday is 5. All right, so if the week number is greater than 5, return the weekend. All right. Else return weekday. So that's the function, or that's the expression we want to write using our DAX function. The date, the if DAX function. All right. So we'll name our colon week status. Week stay. Please can you off your, okay. Please focus on the screen. All right, let me turn this off. That was funny. All right, so where was I again? Please, people should focus on the DAX function. So it's very, very important. Um, what was I doing just now? Okay,
We're
back
trying
to,
to write the week status and the
all
if
right.
function.
Okay, okay. So week status, week status, week status, week status, status. Okay, this is spelling. So now this is the if function. Okay, so this is the if function, and now I believe we can see the definition or the explanation of the if function on the screen, right? Just give a thumbs up. If equals open bracket logical test result if true, right? All right, okay, okay. Excel doesn't allow this except you are sharing your full screen, your entire screen rather. I'm just sharing my particular window. All right, thank you for the response. So let's proceed. So the first logical function, understanding the argument is very, very important. You know, understand it at a very basic level so that when you begin to write advanced DAX function, you understand what each argument is within a function. So understand. So let me walk through the explanation. So the if function, the first argument returns a logical, no, you write your logical test. And this is a logical test now. It says checks whether a condition is met and then returns one value if true and another value if false. All right, so the task at hand is to return weekend if the week number is greater than 5, else return weekday. So the logical test will be we are trying to refer to the week number colon, all right, which I just created, the week number colon. So we to call that colon from the date table, we write date. That's what this one beautiful thing about IntelliSense. So it gives you this IntelliSense. It just brings out everything that is in the data set. So the week number which I just created is here. So we click on week number. So this is the date is the table, and the week number is the colon. So the table precedes the colon. All right. So if you see the if function is highlighted blue. So when I insert my comma, it highlights the result if true as blue. So we are done with the first argument. So what? All right, sorry, no, I wasn't supposed to do that. So I'm writing an expression, the logical test. If week number is greater than 5, yes, I think that's the condition. Greater than 5. Oh no, greater than 5, comma. So what should it return? So return weekend. Okay, it returns weekend. Return weekend rather. So please, I hope we're following. All right. We return weekend. So we click on our comma. Result if false. So if it is not greater than 5, if it is less than 5, which is 1 to 5, Oh, sorry, 1 to 4, 1 to 5, I believe. Yeah. Return weekday. To return weekday, and I close my parenthesis. So click on OK. So let's see what it will evaluate. Beautiful. All right. So I've just created a new column. Right. So this is a calculated column. If you go through the material I sent to you, please go through it, because you have to understand calculated measure, what a calculated measure is, and a calculated column, how Power BI evaluates DAX functions on a row context and filter context. All right. So if you look at the first column, you see that 7, which is Sunday, is weekend. So if we go over to Saturday here, you see weekend also. So 6 and 7 represents our weekend. All right. 6 and 7 represents our weekend. Why the rest? So let's just filter for weekends here. Sorry, weekend here. So you see, for every weekend status, the corresponding week number is 7 and 6. All right. So we've just applied our if function. Beautiful. There's a lot to cover. I hope there will be time. People will spare me some minutes, please, because I want to see how I can cover DAX as soon as possible so that we can delve into other things. So that's it for the if function. Understand it, get the concept. Right. So we move on to the next. Any question before I move on, please? All right, Doris, go ahead.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good
So
evening.
my question is, this day of the week, do you use the if function to get it, and then week number? Can you go over it again? If you have the time, if actually you have the time. If you don't worry. I might watch it over on YouTube.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you very much. So please just do us a favor by going to watch the replay again. All right, because the time is a bit limited. I have some functions I want to touch. All right, please, because this is even the least or the simplest function we're working with today, if the if function. All right. So thank you. All right. So we move on to the next function. Okay. Let's look at the nested ifs function. So we are writing multiple ifs function. The last class I gave an example. Let me just go over it. Weather condition. Okay. So this is I wrote the condition here. This is the multiple ifs function. You're writing the same if. It's the same thing I just went over that I did here. If geography equals, if the region, geography is the name of the table. Okay, the table precedes the column name. So if region, my concern here is region. If region is east, write it as cold, return cold. If it is west, warm. If it is not, hot. Else, NA. So this is nested if function. We are writing ifs. We can keep on writing. Imagine we had east, west, south, north, central, and the likes. Okay, you'll be writing multiple ifs from the condition, just the way we did in our Excel that Mr. Daniel took us through the test scores. If grade is equals to this, and that. So this is the nested if function. We're writing multiple ifs. All right, it has its own limitation, which I'll show us. All right, okay. Inspire, please go ahead with your question.
Okay, so I just want to ask a question that can't this be done in our Power Query, like the way Mr. Daniel taught us? Then he said we can also do this instead of writing this functions that we can use the is it column with example conditional column, yes, that we can use. I'm just asking that, can we do that instead of doing this in Power BI? Can that be done in Power Query?
Definitely, very correct. It can be done. All right. So it's just that for this one now, we are working with calculated measures and calculated columns. All right. So I'm just walking you through or walking us through the DAX functions in our formula bar here. All right. So Power Query can also carry this out also. So it's the same thing. There's no real rule. All right. So as you advance, whatever works for you, shoot it. Okay.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm impressed by the number today, and today is even weekend. So let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Like I mentioned earlier, it's a marathon, not a sprint. We're getting to we're going halfway already, or we've gone halfway. So this is nested if function. All right. Cool. So now let's look at the AND function now. All of these functions are in your materials. Please do well to visit them. Okay. Please do well to visit them. They're in your materials. Do well to visit them. You'll have a better understanding when you read. So let's look at the AND function now. So remember I said there are two tables here for specific purposes. There are two tables here. To come to the data model view, okay, you will see that, okay, I created this in the last class. So basically, this is our star schema. All right. This is product dimension table, geography, customer, and date. So just four around it, and this is the facts table. So this is a different table data set on its own. I'm using it for, like I mentioned, I explained it in the last class because of its peculiarity to some calculations I'll be doing. All right. So I'll be juggling between this star schema and the sales table. All right. So I'm going to work on the sales table right now. So let's go back to our report view. So still on logical function. Using the AND function, we'll go to sales table. This is the name of the table. So it's not connected to anything. It's a denormalized table, just a flat table, unlike this table here, right here, that is a normalized table. All right, and a star schema. So we click on a new column also. We're working with the AND function now. Why is Power BI again? Okay. So say for example now, so these are business. While I'm giving you these functions, I'll be tying it to real world business scenarios, use cases, right? So you don't just get it theoretically, you get it, in the practical sense of it too. So for example, say we are as data analysts, we want to carry out, a campaign strategy. All right. Okay, so I think that's the first thing I should do. So before you carry out analysis on your data sets, it's always good to have an overview of your data set, data profiling. So for those of us that were not in the last class, so this is the data set. All right, to just understand data set before I begin to write some DAX functions. So we have the date column here, all right? And then we have the day, we have the month, we have the year, customer age, we have the age group, we have the customer gender, male and female, we have the country, we have the state, product category, we have the subcategory, we have the product, we have the order quantity, we have the unit cost, we have unit price, profit, cost, and revenue. All right, so let me go back to my report view. So that's a brief overview of the data set. All right, now, so I think I've created a column here already. Let me check for it. Or it didn't evaluate. All right, let me just create one. So a new colon. So we're working as a data analyst, and the management requires of us to carry out a campaign strategy. So as a data analyst, your assignment is to, you know, do some data wrangling, look at your data set and come out with insights into our customer behavior to our product and different, categories of them, to just to aid the campaign, the advertisement strategy we're about to, execute. So this is, so we'll name the function, we'll name this colon target. Let me see if I can go very fast. Target customer, okay? Target customer. Still using the if function, but then I'll be using the and function, and I'll show you how it works. So the if function, all right? If, click on your tab, remember our argument, logical test, result if true, result if false. Checks whether a condition is met and returns one value if true and another value if false, right? So we have to look at the sales table. We want to know how the ladies, of course, are interacting with our product. Our focus is on the female gender. All right. So we want to know how they're interacting with our product, how they buy our product, the quantity they buy. All right. And how we can be profitable to our business. So the condition I want to make use of is the AND function. So we're going to write multiple conditions. So I'll use the AND function. You can see the AND function here. So let's read through the AND function arguments, logical 1 and logical 2. Checks whether all arguments are true, and then returns true if all arguments are true. So whereas the AND function is very helpful in executing multiple conditions, however, it has its own limitations and drawbacks, which is we cannot execute, or we can't write more than 2 conditions. So it's limiting our expression, DAX expression. Okay. So what I mean is that if I want to pass a condition and say, let's check for the female customers who have made sales and have purchased more than maybe 10 products from a particular region, how many conditions is that? I want to know I want to see the female gender, or our female customers who have made an amount of order by product in XYZ location. How many conditions are that, please? Just hand up. All right. Lawa, please, let's hear you.
For me, female gender is 1, location is
All right.
2, and the quantity purchased, that's like another column.
Beautiful. Thank you. So let's go straight into the DAX function, or the expression. So we remember we're on our sales table. So we write sales, and then we want to return the customer gender, which is here. Customer gender first. Okay, so we're saying if customer gender equals female, we're interested in our female customers, equals female, we encaps it, we put it into a double quote F. You should know what is in your colon. That's why I walked us through that data overview and profiling. Okay, so F represents female. So if the customer gender is equal F, female, we put a comma. It gives us the next logical condition. All right. Then we write the next condition. If customer gender is female and have made a number of transactions, or have ordered to so amount, so the next expression we're looking at, or the colon we are referring to, is quantity. So still from our sales tables, we write sales, okay? And then if you look at it, we have the age group, average X cost, count orders, country. We look for quantity. All right, here it is, order quantity. So now we want to know order quantity. If the order quantity is less than, let's give a condition, less than 5. Okay. So now you can see I'm at the end of the AND function. I'm at the end of the AND function. Okay. So I don't have any other argument to put. It's just 2. Imagine I wanted to, and it was 3 I intended to do in a certain condition, in a certain location, XYZ or Canada or Australia. But I can't do that now. So it's limiting me. I click on the close my parentheses, and then you see the if logical test result. So it returns us back to the if function. So this is a nested function. All right. And the way DAX evaluates it is that it evaluates it from inside out. So it evaluates it from your right to left once you are nesting a function. That's how it evaluates. Okay, so I click on the all right, and then I click on comma. I click on comma, and it brings me back to the if function. Logical test. So I've written my logical test. So what should it return if true? So if the condition is met, if the DAX expression goes through the data set, finds customer female order less than 5, what should I return? So now remember, data analysis, we are carrying out our campaign strategy. We want to carry out advertisements. So the result, if true, will be, remember, I put it in your double quote because we are returning a text value. All right. So if this condition is met, right, we say these are target audience. Okay. Right. So now you see it's highlighted blue. It's very beautiful. If you understand DAX function very well, it will be very easy. Understand it very, very, very key. So now result it through, because if you don't understand it, you won't be able to troubleshoot when problem arises. All right. I had that mistake in the first class. I made that mistake in the first class. Instead of writing a calculated measure, instead of writing a calculated colon, rather, I was writing a calculated measure. So if you've not mastered the basics, which is the foundation of the building block, as you progress later on, it will be challenging. Okay. So what are we to return if false? If it doesn't meet the condition, return they are not our targeted audience. So we'll just write maybe not target or anything that patient should leave. Not target. Not target. Okay, so I close my parentheses. All right. So if I didn't, you see this if function is still showing red. So the way I used to remember it is to get rid of that sign or red color, I close it. So to tell you so it has gone. Okay. So I click on enter. So it has evaluated. All right. We are still in the sales table. So we'll go over to, so if you look at it down here, you can see the target customer I just did. All right. I'm very, very impressed with the number today. Please let's keep it up. Okay. Is it because today is Sunday? So we come over to report view. Okay, we're still in the report view. Right. Okay, let's go to our table and see if the condition is met. All right. So beautiful. So this is the target audience. All right. So the condition was females alone, and then males, and then less than 5 other quantities. So let's check. Let's filter it and see. So we filter for our target audience. Remember, it's a campaign strategy. So you see all of them listed, your target audience. And let's look at the quantity less than 5, right? So if I scroll through, so it returned 19,000, about 19,000 on 19,203 rows, all of them target audience. And let's look at the other quantity to check if our condition meets. So it's less than 5, all right? So 5 is not included, just 1, 2, 3, 4. So all of these ladies, made orders of at least 1 to 4 quantities. And then you can see the customer gender here. It's all filtered to customer gender, just female. All right. All right, let's select it back. Okay, any question? Are we good? Okay, thank you. No attendance yet. I've been trying to reach admin. Number is not going through. Maybe just hold on till let's see how it goes. Okay, so Chiamaka, okay. I didn't see these hands. Chiamaka, please go on.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Efe.
Yes, good evening.
The query you're writing on that target customer calling, I noticed that it was only 2 logical tests that was allowed. Am I correct?
Yes, please. You're very correct.
So does that mean that if we have other conditions to write on, how do we go about it, please?
Beautiful
Did you
question.
get my question?
I did. All right, thank you. All right, so yes, Inspire, please go ahead.
Sir, my question is this: like what Eme Glory said, I wanted to ask the same question, but what if you want to include the 3 queries, I mean the 3 conditions we want to like answered? Like, how are we going to include it with this AND function? Is it that we are not going to use this AND function to answer the condition, or is there any other way we can go about answering the conditions?
Okay. All right, thank you for the question. Who else? All right, Chini, please go ahead.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Okay, pertaining to what you said about this Power BI not allowing more than 2 queries at the same time, I noticed that in Excel, I wasn't able to even do 2. It kept telling me that I wrote too many functions. So does it mean that Excel accept only 1? Why this one accepts only 2?
Okay. All right, so the 3 questions are in sync. All right, thank you for the question.
Why are they doing Thompson?
I'm surprised also. Why are you guys with the thumbs down? Is it the attendance?
Okay. No, the thumbs down is for the last question. Excel accepts more than 3. Excel accepts more than 1 or 2 queries. So it depends on your own system or Excel. Troubleshoot it and check. That's why we are doing thumbs down.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Please. Okay, so I'll answer the question very quickly. I see because of time, would you guys be able to spare some more minutes? Because there's a lot to cover. DAX is a really broad topic. Can we do that? I don't want to pile up things. Well, it's recorded. If I'll just say I could stretch a bit so that we could touch very, very key functions. So I need your, what's the word now? Your approval or consent. Okay. All right. So let's just see how fast we can go. So to answer all three questions, right? I mentioned that this is the function I'm working with now is the AND function. And I said that the AND function is it's the limitation with the AND function is that it just allows for two conditions. So the scenario I was giving was three conditions: gender, female, sales order quantity, and then the location, which is three. But what we have here is two: gender equals female and order less than 5. All right. So of course there's a way forward. So this is what this is what I was about going on to next. Okay. So there's a way forward. So just follow me. All right. So say we want to apply three conditions or more than three conditions. How do we go about that? Okay. We use the if function too. Right. So this is what I mean. So let's go over to still on the sales question, a market strategy, campaign strategy. How do you go about that? So I'm still on the sales data set. I come here, I create a new column again. We want to apply more conditions now. Now, the condition or the question in view is we want to carry out we want to drive more sales, or we want to see how we can add more ways of getting more revenue to our company. All right. So I think a couple of weeks ago I wrote a post on LinkedIn. Maybe I'll share the link later so I can. So I was saying, most of the time when we carry out analysis, we focus more on the bulk drivers of our revenue. So the categories or the product line that is selling the most. If you want to just see, this particular product is selling the most. Let's say canvas or t-shirts or caps are selling the most, and then we just want to put all our resources there, energy, time, campaign, advertisement there. And there's a tendency to always ignore the least selling product category or product line, or the less drivers of our revenue. So while this can be kind of true, but it has its own effects too. If you're a data analyst and you keep on working, you would get to understand what I'm saying as time progress. Okay. So now this campaign strategy is tailored towards the least drivers of our sales revenue. All right. So we're not after the big catch right now. We want to see why do we have category that is giving us less revenue? Could it be poor market penetration? All right. Is it weak brand visibility, or what they call it, ineffective market strategies? It could be. So these are things that you need to look. Let me give an example, just away from the DAX function, because I'm trying to make this very practical as possible. All right. So a particular product in a shop might not be selling well because of the positioning. So when people enter the shop and they look for a product, all right, they see other products, they get it, but a particular product, because of the positioning within the store or within the supermarket, because people can't even see it, so people will not even get the opportunity to buy it first of all. So as a data analyst, when you come up with your analysis, your insight, and a lot of recommendations, this can add to your insight also. So can we position this particular product so when people see it, they can now begin to buy it? Instead of ignoring less drivers of sales revenue and the likes, we can focus on it also. So whilst carrying out your analysis, at the end of every analysis, your recommendation should carry weight, or your recommendation should be data driven. All right. So still on our campaign strategy. we are not after the bulk drivers of our revenue. We're looking. That's why if you see the last condition I gave, and where's the last condition now? What was the condition again? Target something, target customer. So let's look at it. All right, so target customer. So if you look at it, I said sales customers female, the quantity less than 5. That's who our target audience. We are going after them. We want to know, we want to see, we want to develop strategies to be able to get, sales from them. Someone's raising their hand up. Inspire. Okay, please go ahead.
Okay. Oh, sorry, sir. I'm just kind of confused in my mind, and I would like some clarity on
Okay.
that. So I'm just like, since we use this if and operator like to answer this condition, like, can we also use the and function and we also arrive at the same result we got for this and function?
I didn't get the question. Please come again.
Do you get my question?
I didn't get it.
I said, since we use this if and function together to arrive at this target and not target audience and not target audience. Like,
Okay.
if we combine the if function and the or function together, like, will we be able to arrive at the same result we got for this if and function?
Okay. I get the question. All right. So quick one. So while the if, the and, the or, the logical functions and the functions, they have their respective operations they do. All right. So the or is different from the and. The and must meet 2 conditions first before it returns a result. Unlike the or condition is one can go. If it finds the first condition, it checks it. If it doesn't find the second condition, it checks it. All right. So okay. So this is still on the sales table. So let's now apply more conditions. Okay. So and write my new colon. So follow through, please. So this will be our target customer. I hope I've not written target customer again. Target customer. We can use a different name. Let's say target audience again. Okay. Target audience. So follow through. All right. And I don't. Any of us can reach out to admin. I can't connect with her. If you can connect with her, so that because of the attendance, that will be fine. So target audience, still on the if function. So if sales, remember, if customer gender, or let's work with age this time around. We're looking at the age range. If age is equal to, let's look at the youths, say 21, 22. Let's go with 21, okay? If age is equals 21, now we want to write multiple conditions. That's where we use the ampersand sign. Inspire, you asked this question the last time, all right? Why are we using the ampersand sign, and why is it double? This is the syntax if you want to make use of more conditions. So the and function is limiting us to 2. So we make use of the ampersand.
Okay.
All right. So if sales, the age, we're looking at the age range now, is equals 21, and okay, customer gender. Okay, I think let me just do gender first. I think gender should come before age. in order of things. You understand? So if customer gender equals female, they will use our ampersand sign, and they are equal to, their age is equal to 21. Yeah, they are 21, for example. So we're looking at, remember, it's a sales company, for example, and we have the data of everyone, purchasing our items, their age and everything. So we want to know how they are interacting, customer behavior to product. So if customer equals female, age, and the purchase, and they're located in a particular country. Sales, so look for country. All right. So which country? So this is the expression, which of the country? Okay, let me just do this. I don't like writing so many. So you can use your shift key and your enter key to go to the next line in when you're writing DAX. Equals this, and okay. Just to make it more arranged. Okay. So and the country, let's say we're looking at the country Canada. So look for the country Canada, right? And then we want more conditions. And I see how, so it's not, it doesn't limit you, unlike the and function. The ampersand sign, gives you the ability to write more conditions. I see female, they are within this age range, they're from Canada, and then they made sales. They made sales. They ordered quantity. I mean, they ordered products that are, let's look at the quantity, equals to, or let's say less than 7. Now remember, we want to see those people that are not interacting well with our products. There are so many factors. Less than 7, okay, less than 7. Okay, and we cover the bracket. Okay, not bracket. So we finish right now a logical test. All right, logical test. So if all these conditions are met, okay, let me make it more. Come here and you can click on your tab. So tab key allows you to shift can shift it. So I'm using my tab key just for not compulsory, just to make your DAX expressions look better. So remember the comma. So if all these conditions are met, okay, what should we return? So let's say we return their advert due. So we want those adverts now, they will put it in your front. You go to YouTube, before you even watch 2 minutes video, 3 minutes, you watch like four ads. All right. So we have their emails, for example, we can write to them. All right. So I receive a lot of mails, mails, a lot from different institutions, from different bodies, from different sites, ads. So advert due. So this is what we're going to write. Advert. So you are due for advert. So you see the results. If true, this is what we want. Else, what's the result? So if they don't meet this criteria or they don't meet this condition, you return, let's say not interested or anything. Just feel free. There are no real rules. There are rules. When you learn the rules, you can break the rules. Not interested. Just know what you're doing. So we're done. you see we click on so let's evaluate it. So we click on enter. Let's see what happens. Okay. So target audience. All right. So let's look at it now. So let's look at the conditions. Target audience. All right. If sales customer meets, if it's female, age 21, Canada, quantity. So let's look at it now. So we'll come over here. We'll select. Am I in the right? Okay. Is it showing me one this thing? Let me check. Hmm. Less than 7. Okay, let's change this condition. Just show me what I want. So less than 5.
I'm sorry for interrupting,
Okay.
but I noticed that the condition for the age says equals to 21. Could that be why?
Sorry, the what?
The condition for the age, it says customer age equals 21.
The
So I
condition for the
think the age is saying
okay.
equals to 21. What if you change the equals to or put like an age range? Maybe you would have more, you
More
have a varied target audience.
okay. Let me check. Let me check if it's okay. Let's check. Less than or equal to. I wouldn't even have that. Less than or equal to. Condition is too narrow. Okay. Are you saying we don't have female who are less than 21? Okay. Not even showing. Let me check. Let me check greater than 21. There's something. Something is. Let me evaluate audience if sale because female. Okay. I think I've seen it. I'm not supposed to write female here. I'm not supposed to write female here. It's represented in F, and if you look at it, customer gender. Wow. We would have stayed here. This is one thing you need to know troubleshooting. It's you will see this a lot when we get to SQL. Then you begin to write some codes, debugging and debugging and debugging. That's why I always encourage us to learn the basics, as in stay there, sit there, understand it, let it be grounded, grounded in it. It's professionals, and when you see companies that go and professionals, they know how to troubleshoot, okay, because they have experience, so they can diagnose or find where the problem is coming from. When the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do? All right, so I hope this works. So not after we are rejoicing and then it doesn't work. Okay, okay. It has. All right. So it has given us, advert due, and so let's check for advert due. Let's filter advert due. So you can see our conditions: quantity order less than 5. So let's check for quantity order. For this quantity order here, less than 5. Let's check for it. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It makes it less than 5. Where's the this one again? Oh. Has anyone tried to reach admin? Okay, so this is what will happen. So drop your name exactly. Our phone is switched off. Okay. Okay, see what will happen. See what will happen for the attendance. Just drop your name. Okay, your name should correspond to, and we'll fill it in. Those of us raising our hands. Okay, Amadi, Mary Jane, I've not heard you speak before. All right, please go ahead.
Okay, good evening, sir. So
Good
I
evening.
wanted to like drop a suggestion based on the attendance.
Okay.
So she, like, I think there was one Sunday that she told us we should private message her when we were not able to submit our, when she was able to drop the link. So maybe I'm suggesting that maybe we should private chat her individually on Telegram and ask her for the attendance. Then she'll send the link to us. And
All right. All right. All right. I second the motion. Please, let's do that. Okay. So we're looking at. All right. I think let me increase my speed. So we're trying to check if it meets our criteria, right? Canada. So let's go to country. Country. See, it's only all Canadas that are returned, just Canada, and females also. So the condition is checked. Correct. So so this approach, you can write multiple conditions. You can write as much as you want to. Right. Narrow it down. All right. Thank you, Imelda. Thank you. Okay. Inspire, please.
So I'm raising my.
Go ahead.
Okay, what I wanted to ask was that can the ampersand also be used with the and function like the way we did earlier?
Okay, with the and function. I've not tried that before. How are we going to do that? Target audience. I think there's a way you should be able to. Let me check. Not tried that before. That's a good question. And
I'm here again, sir.
okay, go ahead,
Sorry,
please.
sir. Can I? Okay, I wanted to ask that can we use the and this ampersand to make these multiple conditions? Like, will it also be like we will also be able to arrive at the same answer like we did for the ampersand alone without including the and function? Do you get my question?
If ampersand and can go together, right?
Yes, like with this multiple condition that we wrote.
Yes, I said I've not tried that. It's a good question. You can try your hands on that. I want to check if it will work. Okay, so
Sir.
and so there are multiple ways of getting results done. Different routes leads to
Okay, sir.
the same destination. And equals this logical. So Okay, let me check for this. And so it's already giving me error. Let me check.
Oh, maybe the brackets will be put after the less than 5.
No, and just gives it. See, the limitation is that and gives you just two functions, two arguments rather. So the first argument here is this sales. That's what I'm trying to do. Customer
Okay,
gender
but
must be equal
since
to.
I'm just thinking that since we did not include comma to this sales, then
Okay, I've included comma. I've included comma now. So it has satisfied the two logic conditions, logical 1 and logical 2, which is sales customer, it sales gender equals female and sales customer age equals less than 21 or less than 21. So I've satisfied the and condition now. And I come over here to put and again, okay? And this equals this. This equals this. Let's check. Let's check it to evaluate. Oh no, Seth, let me just remove this advert. Let me just remove this due. Or let me move this advert. What did I just do? Okay. And just to be sure it will run. Hmm? To the so it did. It did, so it worked. So for a quantity order less than 5, okay, it met the condition Canada. All right. Customer gender, female, all true. Okay. So it made the condition expire. Beautiful. I had not tried that before. Hold on. So the conclusion here is that you can target audience. I think okay. So you can combine. So from what we just seen now, you can combine the if, the and function, and then the and function rather, and then the ampersand sign. All right. So that's it. All right. Imelda, please go ahead.
Thank you. With what we just discovered using the ampersand and the and function, um, is there any specific situation where you can or you will have to apply these, like the two of them combined, or can we just do it as the need arises, or if we just want to? Does that make sense?
Yes, I think I get your question. So the and function, like I said, is just limited to two arguments. Okay, so you can't write more than two conditions. That's what it means. Well, so this is just flexibility. Everybody cooks their food differently. You get, so it depends on, like me, I have not tried this before.
Okay.
Okay, I just go, since I just know the and function doesn't work with more than two arguments, I just go straight to using the ampersand sign. All right.
Okay.
So if you go online now, I'm very sure you see how people use several functions and arrive at the same answer.
Okay.
So there's no limit to how creative you can be. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so for now, people are still raising their hands. You don't want us to close this evening. Hey, how will I finish these things now? Okay, okay. Please be brief. All right, please be brief so that we can touch. All right. Who raised the hands first? All right, both of you will just go. Lawa, please go first.
Okay, this is my question. Instead of using the and the ampersand, can we just use ifs and get the same thing? Did you get that?
Your line is breaking. I didn't get.
Okay, I said
That.
instead of using the ifs and with the ampersand, can we use ifs and get the same thing? Since that accommodates more than one condition.
Okay. So you can use it. Okay, you can use it, although they have their peculiarity and limitations, like I said, right? So in this, the reason why this ampersand sign is coming in is because I'm working with the and function. All right, so the ampersand too represents and, all right, and then the and function itself too. So I was trying to contrast and compare both of them. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
All right. So there's, don't limit yourself, stretch. That's how you grow, and you are set apart from, the pack. Okay. All right. So one more question, and I'll run down. All right. So Chiamaka, please go ahead.
Okay, so from what we just wrote now, the combination of and the ampersand, I noticed that there is a break for customer gender colon and sales customer age, but there's no break after that parenthesis and the country other quantity. I got confused. I don't know why. I don't know if you understood my question.
There's no break. What do you mean? Did it comma?
Yes, the comma.
Okay, beautiful question. All right. So the and function. All right. That's why I wanted to compare both of them. The and function, to go into the next argument, you need a comma separator. Unlike the Okay. Unlike the ampersand sign, all right, you don't need it. You only need it in your return if or false, if it's true or false. Right. So immediately after the and, you put your next condition. Immediately after the condition, you put your ampersand sign. Immediately after the ampersand sign, you put your next condition. You keep on going like that. Okay, so let me not go faster than myself. I'll show you. You see all this you see how we're writing multiple ifs. There's a new function. It's not very new anyway, but it's called switch. If you are writing SQL, you would come across it. Switch. If you're writing in Power BI, your DAX function, you come across a switch too. The same thing if is doing, switch can do it. It simplifies your DAX expression very well. So instead of a lot of codes or a lot of expressions, it just simplifies it. So that's the uniqueness. All right. So to answer your question, ampersand does not require the comma sign or the comma separator. Okay. All right. So yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So let's run. Please let's run so that we'll cover a lot, please. All right. You can always go back to the recording and catch up. So what I have here is so we're done with the if function. I was still on a logical function. We've not touched filter function. And that's these are very, because as we begin to write DAX expressions, you need them. Okay, so let's check the or function briefly. So we come over and write our new colon. So I'm still I'm still looking, yeah, analysis, you're still looking at, the interaction of your products with the women category or the female gender. So we want to see how you still want to see the purchasing power of the ladies, compared to the men. All right. So I'm going to use the or function, just touch one example and then we progress. So women purchase, just name it, whatever comes to your mind. I just want to, all right. So still using the if function, I'll write this down. Can't forget. So if sales is equal, well, concerned about our gender, equal female. Okay, like I said, the or condition, we can use this double. Okay, okay. If customer gender is equals female, and let's say we want to, we're still concerned about the total order quantity, and sales order quantity is maybe greater than, sorry, greater greater than or equal to 15, any number that equal to 15. So many ideas just coming. Or we make, say, we want to look at, let's leave quantity order. So let's make it more practical and so that we can understand. If quantity equals to, let's go with product this time around. Sales product. So if product, if you've done your data profiling, of course, by now you would know your the number, the products that are in the category. All right. So the product. So this is more like this is a sales data set that has so many accessories. Okay, let me just leave here and show you. So this is if you go over to the product, this thing will return an error. Now I was trying to avoid it. So okay, so if you go see, just look at our product. So these are our products. So product category, we have accessories, we have bikes, we have clothing. So those are the three categories. Every product is between accessories, bikes, and clothing. Think, and then the subcategory, okay, subcategory have all of these bottles, caps. So this is a real data set, not like a dummy data set. We have clothes, we have helmets, we have jerseys, we have mountain bikes, we have road bikes, we have shorts, socks, and the likes. And these are the categories. A lot of product here. Last class we worked on AWC logo cap. A lot of products here. What's happening to Power BI? Okay, so these are product. The Power BI is freezing. Don't know why. Okay, so let's just get over there. So we're back to our women purchase. So let's say product is equal. So we're interested. We want to know how. Okay, let's see how. Just want to know the purchase that women are making with our bikes, for example. Are they really interested in biking? Is it the guys that are interested in biking and the rest like that? So we look at, so there's a bike called HL mountain bike. Kaya rather. Okay. So the logic function is, I'm using the or function, result if true, if females, okay, return a colon for me with the condition I'm giving. If the gender meets the female condition, and then they buy the product, this particular product. So we can say we're still on our campaign strategy. Anything you just want to put here. Let's say interested. Come over to put the next result. If it doesn't find, what should we do? Not interested. So we'll close our parentheses and click on OK. So the or condition, gives you it returns one of the condition if it finds it, even if it doesn't find the second one. All right, even if it doesn't find the second one. So that's so inspire. Okay. Inspire. Okay, let me know. She's not, can't hear me or
Okay,
something.
sir, I want to ask, why did you use this two stroke in between the customer gender and the sales product?
Okay, so another way, it's another, so we are used to the or function, right? So it's another way of writing, the or function.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
but why
just,
is it that it was not placed like at first, like the way we replace the and function, like it said if and, but why is it that this one is the if sales customer gender is equals to female, then the or sign sales products? Why not if or, like this sign should be put at first before the conditions?
yes, so yeah, we can still write it that way. All right, so it's just like, it's just like writing, if you are writing if you're writing something, get maybe if you're writing a sentence, for example, get me this or that, or you can still say, for
Please,
example,
can you come again? I can't hear you.
so this is more like I said it's just like writing this. Can you hear me? Spire.
No, sir, I can't hear what you said. That's why I asked.
Yeah, I said it. So it's just like write this. The syntax is like this. Just like writing. I just wrote a comment here. So just like writing this. Get me this or that, or buy me this and. All right. So it's more like it's the same logic here. All right. So like I said, there are several ways you can approach it.
Okay. Okay, it can be done the other way around too, and we get the same result.
Yes. So just be open to what's the word now? Be open to several methods of getting your results. Like I said, you get, so
Alright.
that's what I meant. Okay.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much, sir.
Yes, you're welcome. Let me see if I can touch. Okay, so the next function I have here is, all right, beautiful. So this is the switch function. Please don't worry, we'll soon end. I just want to cover as much as I can cover. All right, so let's look at the switch functions. The materials are there, so please go through it. Go through it. All right, so that will be on the same page. So let's look at the switch function and let's see what it does. For some time now, this my Power BI is not getting. If I click on that commit, this um, check list, what do you call this thing? This sign, Adidas sign, Nike sign. It's not delivering. Okay, so we're looking at the switch function. So remember this DAX function we wrote, okay? Remember this DAX function we wrote. If
Yes,
geography equals is this, if geography region equals this, return this, if this is okay, and multiple ifs, there's a simpler way of doing it, which is the ifs function. All right, which is the switch function rather. So we'll go over to our sales data set. We'll click on new column. By now, I believe we've understood the difference between what do you call it? Calculated measure and calculated column. Those things are very, very important. Okay. So even if I made a mistake, so you too can make a mistake. If you don't understand the material, I dropped the material. Please go through it, understand why I'm writing calculated column and calculated measures. They are two different things, and understand the evaluation context. Okay, please. So we're writing a calculated column here. We want to make use of the switch function. Now, if you look at this data set, we have the country name. You know, if you work with some data sets, you see that most of the country names, they come with abbreviations. Nigeria, NG, Canada, CA, Australia, AU, US, United States, US, right? So we want to perform that. We want to do that. So we can use it. You can write it using the if function. If you write it, if Canada equal, if you find Canada, return CA. If you find Nigeria, return NG. If you find Ghana, return GH or GA. So we want to do that using the switch function, and you see how sweet it is to use it. So we write here abbreviations. Maybe I might just, let's see how fast we can go. Abbreviation. So we write the switch function. So now what does the switch function do? Does anybody know? So the switch function, okay, it returns different results depending on the value of an expression. So let's click on the tab. It should give us, said it returns different results depending on the value of an expression. So this is the if function here, the switch function. In SQL, it is called case. So this is what the switch function does. Sales, instead of me writing ifs, so I'll just write sales country. Okay, see this, the first argument here is the expression, right? The expression. So sales country, we want to abbreviate all the country names. Sales country equals, no, not equals to. Okay, the expression first is the colon you are looking at, or whatever expression you're writing. Sales country. So once I write the sales country, you see it has highlighted the expression here in blue color. So we are good to go to the next argument. And also, just for keeps, when you see a square bracket, it means that that argument is what optional. You don't need to write it. But once you don't see square bracket, it's a condition. You must write it. So click on a comma. Then the value. What should it? No, not what should it return. This one is now sales country. The value the value is the name of the country now in this case. So we say Canada. There are 5 countries. I don't want to go to the I don't want to leave here now because of time. There are 5 countries anyway. If you go through the data set, Canada, Australia, Germany, United Kingdom, and United States. So let's go with Australia first. Australia. So if so, Australia, comma, what should you return? Return AU. Okay, so you can see the result one. So I click on my comma. It has given me value 2, result 2. It's in brackets, which means it's optional. So, but we still have multiple conditions to be met. So the next country we'll put is France. Oh, no. Double quote. France. So it's the same thing with that if condition. It's the same thing with the. It's the same thing with the. It's opposite of the the ifs function. I'm saying if country. What this one means now is like if country equals Australia, give me AU. If country, will now go to the next if line again. If country equals France, return. So now this is result 2. Return FR. Okay, please can you guys hear a reverb? Like, can you hear me double times? Okay,
No, sir.
all right, thank you. So see now value 2, value 3. Okay, let me make it more appealing. So the next country is Germany. There are just 5 countries. Let me wrap this up. Germany. I hope my spellings are correct. So return value 3. What are we returning? What's the short abbreviation for Germany again? So we put comma. So we can write our tab. So what do we want here? We've written 3 countries. United Kingdom. Okay. United. I can't see this thing again. Okay. United Kingdom. What should it return? UK as usual. Okay. So click on end, shift and enter if you want to go to the next line. You click on tab if you want to still arrange it. So what the last country is United States. Why is it showing me? There's something wrong. United States. Okay, I didn't put my comma sign. It's showing me underline. Okay. United States. Okay. We put US. And then we close. You see, we wrote up to 5. If we are writing if function, we would have written if country equals France, write this. So we're just using one expression here, which is the sales country. And then we write all the values. Australia equals this, France equals that. So here we click, we'll close the bracket and evaluate it. Click on enter. Yeah, still functions. So, oh my goodness. And these are very basic functions. All right, so it didn't evaluate. Why now? if Australia equals what could be the problem? Hmm. This is not on. Please hold on. Let me try and resolve this. Australia, okay. Oh, my spelling is not correct. Australia is correct. France, Germany, United Kingdom, United States, US. There's something. Let me check. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Please hold on. I'm trying to see what the problem is. Well, let me check. I should return the values here in this column. Uh-uh. It's already showing me AU, France, Germany. Why is it not showing me? Or is there another column aberrations here? What's country? Let me check country. United States. Okay, United Kingdom. So this is United States. United Kingdom. Germany, France, Canada. My spelling of United States is not correct. Let me check it. Let me put United States here. Should be an S here. United Kingdom, Germany, France. Okay, I think it has evaluated. Right, so this is the switch function and its functionality. All right, so there was a mistake, very, very small mistake. I didn't put my S in the United States. Instead of United States, I just did United States. And unfortunately, it's US that is even appearing in the front or in the top rows. So if you look at the abbreviations, we have what's appearing blank here now. If you look at the function, well, if you look at the function, let's filter for, let's be sure, let's filter for Germany. Let's be sure our function evaluated. So we have Germany, all right. So it evaluated. I'll get rid of that blank. There's something Okay, someone raised hands. All right, Rachel, please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. I think
Good
Canada
evening.
is part of the country, or it did not indicate it.
I didn't indicate Canada. Okay,
Canada
that's
is
why
not.
okay, I think that's why it's returning blank. I thought I had 5 states or 5 countries. There's Canada, let's be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's 6. Canada is there. Okay, I think that's the reason for the blank. Oh boy. Thank you so much. I would have been wondering. So you must be very, very meticulous in writing your DAX expressions. Where is what was I writing? What was the name of the colon again? Abbreviations, all right. So we can include Canada at the bottom. We'll just use Shift and Enter key. Can put Canada, Canada. All right. Okay. I know. Canada, double quotes, put CA. Why is this underlined? So there's a comma missing. So come here and put comma here to evaluate it. So I think that blank should go now. Okay, so that blank has gone. So we have Canada here. So using the switch function, we've been able to get this done. All right. So it's different from the the ifs function. And let me show you. I think I would end with this because of time. The functions I wanted to touch, real basic functions. So if you look at, let's close this pane. If you look at let's look at geography table here. So weather condition. All right, so you see if geography equals east or region equals its return code. So let's assume this is the same thing with the countries. All right. The region, if country equal, we didn't put the equal to. If it's equal to Canada, return CA. If it's equal to Australia, AU. So instead of writing multiple ifs conditions or if statements here, like this, the switch function just simplifies it. Okay, I'll show you how we can use switch functions later, maybe in the next class to build visuals and matrix and build visuals there using the matrix table. Where is that? Sales. Okay, I go to sales, I go to abbreviations. So this is it now. So it's just one straight. We don't have to write multiple ifs, equal to or those operators. You just put your comma and you see. I didn't see. You see now the ifs. If you recall, the if statement that required me to write if geography region. I wrote it multiple times. For this one, I just wrote switch sales country, and then I begin to write my, my expressions or my values and results. So, of course, we should end here. I'd have loved to proceed with some other function, but because of time and we've exceeded our time allotted for today. Yes, so before I give any closing remark, I'd like to hear our response, feedback, question, concern. Just use the next few minutes to wrap it up. Any question, any concern? Are we good? Do we understand up to this point?
Yes, sir. Well understood. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, okay, okay. So, well, I said from beginning, DAX is really, there are DAX functions I didn't really touch because we will touch them as we progress, right? So I've walked us through aggregate functions. I've walked us through a bit of date functions. We are currently working on logical functions. I was hoping we would touch filter functions. All right. It will be as we progress, it will become more advanced. So gear up, and then prepare. So I'll be touching some basic functions, and then for those of us that have a basic background of Power BI already, all right, I'll still touch for those of us that are intermediate also. We appreciate the classes also. All right, so Raphael, please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Okay, please, I want to ask. The last time I asked for the data set you were using, and you said that it will be uploaded. I don't know if that has been done.
Yes, yes, it has. It has. It has. I did that, I think, a couple of days ago. No, this Sunday. I did that. Yes, I did that more than, I think, in the afternoon yesterday. So there's a link already. So what you would do is go to the link. All right, go to the link, check for the video, check for the documents there. You can start. It's an open file, so it's open to the public. Anyone with the link can access it. So go to the link, click on the link, and then you can start it. You can mark it or bookmark it in your Google Drive. It's a Google Drive link when you get there. So just bookmark it, okay? So that you can always refer to it because links will
Okay,
always
thank
be.
you, sir.
All right, you're welcome. Any other concern again? Any other concern? Any other question? Clarification? Okay, Shamaka, please go ahead.
So I wanted to ask if the time for the class shifted, like, is it now from 6 to 8 or something?
No, no, actually, no. I was thinking I would touch a lot of functions, but DAX is really wide. All right, so today is an exception. Instead of me probably fixing a different class aside the scheduled days, I just felt we just kill multiple birds with one stone. So apologies for taking your time up to this point.
Is all
I
right?
needed to
Thank
touch, yes, I needed to touch, which I couldn't really finish up. I was hoping we would do both logical and filter functions. All right, so get going, get your hands, get practicing, get your hands dirty with the data set. The more you practice, the more you get better. All right, go on LinkedIn, don't relent. Share your progress. That tag FM. You can tag me, you can tag Mr. Daniel, tag yourselves, retweet, repost, save, just rise by lifting others, go together as a group. So don't kill that energy. All right. So we're just halfway into the class. So ensure you show up on your LinkedIn and keep your audience updated on your progress. All right. So that will bring us to the end of today's call. Yeah, so probably maybe I'll drop a link to that analogy I was giving about bulk drivers of sales. It's a post I wrote on LinkedIn. You could go ahead and maybe check it and to get a better perspective of what the points I was trying to drive home here. All right, thank you so much for your time. Thank you, I really appreciate it. We'll meet again during the week. All right, so during the week, I think on Wednesday, 5 p.m. Please, before then, ensure you get your hands with this data set. Please go through the materials. Please, and please go through the materials. And I'll see you all during the week. All right. In case of any concern, reach out to me, reach out to admin, reach out to Mr. Daniel, drop a message. We'll try our best to answer them. Okay, so please also be at admin's DM. Please, oh, your attendance is very, very mandatory. Please, the last class videos for the class. It hasn't been uploaded yet. Okay. I don't know, I've not checked, but I know the previous one was uploaded. Okay, it has been uploaded. Onella, is that you responding to her question, Mary Jane? Okay. Okay. All right, so the videos, all right, so we'll try as much as possible to put them out there online so that you can have a recap before the next class. The second video has not been uploaded yet. You're sure? Okay. I would remind, let me drop a message for admin. Okay. All right. So, yeah, this person has not spoken. Loretta, please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I thought you said we could message her to ask for the link. To
I
ask
think
for
someone message said that in case in the event where attendance is not ready, people should reach, or it was a suggestion rather. So if you have a number or if you can reach her DM and just mark it that you attended class today.
Okay, because she's done it before when she could not get the link across to us, she asked that we message her individually to ask or request for the attendance link, and she did send it.
Okay, and she did, but unfortunately today she's not online. And our contact is not reachable, or she's not reachable at the moment.
Okay.
All right,
Uh,
so
yeah, thank you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So I'll end the recording now. Enjoy. Do have a good night rest. All right. Bye for now.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. Bye.